Hello everyone, it's Questquenches here today, and I just wanted to talk about this whole AI thing at the moment. I watched a video not long ago by, I think it was called Nade Straight, and he basically lost his job to AI, and he was a graphic designer and sort of thing. So to me, it resonated a lot. I was like, oh, by trade, I'm a graphic designer and a marketer. So it's like, oh dear. So they can take templates and stuff from your work, make you redundant, and that's it. And then they can just use those templates and just put text on. That's very concerning from what I'm hearing on his video. And it's utterly insane that AI can do that now, that I can copy an employee's work to a point where it's like really cool and different and fresh, and then they can just say bye to the human and just have a subscription rather than a human. I think it's absolutely mad. From what I've heard, he was there for 6 years, no pay rise every so often. He'd work more efficiently, and and some hours he'd just be sitting there. But like that's how work sometimes is. You do a plenty of work, you get it done really quickly because you're just really good at what you do, and then you sort of, you know, sit there for a while and do nothing. Um, but that's, totally normal in the work culture. That's what so many people I've talked to about, graphic design. I was like, "Oh, I'm all out of work and I'm just sat here doing nothing." And then other graphic designers like, "Yeah, I know. It's because you're one of the good ones. That's why you just get the stuff done and you hyper focus on it and you just get it done and it looks great." But I feel like, if you do that, you get penalized in the nth degree. Like, because, oh, you can do it like this time. Why am I paying you this much and stuff like that? It's just really not on. It really annoys me that because we're efficient at what we do and really focus on what we do, like really love it and have so much passion about it that we can get it done really quickly because we really enjoy it. And then we're sort of like, oh, penalized for, not being, you know, a certain amount of time, but like still, it's our worth. This is how much we're worth. We can do it really fast. So we need, but you've allotted us 7 hours to do something, and we've done it in three. And there's no other tasks, of course. I mean, you always ask for tasks because we always like machines. We want to keep making stuff because it's one of our pleasures in life, seeing stuff from our mind onto the paper or, screen or whatever. It's really great. Um, but yeah, seeing, and then because you can do that fast and you sort of, like I said, to get, you don't get as much money as you should do, but you can if you like just work a salaried job. You just do all the work and then you're done. And even then, they probably end up sort of, oh, he's always done really quickly. Let's make him, let's make him freelance through the company, and that's that in itself is just like I hate it. I really hate it. But then you can charge how much, whatever you want, to be honest. And if they don't like it, they can lump it. Um, and they've lost their graphic designer after the and they have to go through all the torment of getting a decent one because there's a lot of decent graphic designers out there, but then there's a lot of not very good graphic designers out there. So it's just like, yeah, or they end up using students all the time and, you know, stressing them out to the nth degree, whereas it ends up kicking them out of the whole graphic design field anyway. So it's just like it's just bad. And then seeing AI to replace graphic design, I believe it will replace marketing. I think it'll be so algorithms can pick up on trends and keywords that are being used across the internet quicker than anything, and then feed that back to you. So I think, yeah, I'm pretty sure it already does. So it's just like, yeah, we're gonna, marketing's gonna be made redundant. There's so many people that I know went to university, went to college to study that, and they're gonna be out of jobs within maybe the next 5 years, 10 years, maybe even less. It's amazingly worrying. And then I watched a video from another creator saying that this graphic designer was really lazy and that stuff like that. And it's just like, no, he's just efficient and he doesn't want to be taken for a mug because he can get things done really quickly and not be paid properly by his boss. I'm not gonna lie, bosses are right now are awful. I've seen them, I've I've talked to so many people about the bosses and how they're trying to cut corners and trying to swindle everyone, and it's just not going right at all. And it's not right at all. So it's just like, what is going on? And now AI can take over all these things, and people like, I'm not gonna lie, there's hundreds of thousands, of people doing marketing and graphic design. And as soon as people can get this into there's going to be hundreds of thousands of people out of a job. And, they've studied all their life, depends on how they feel about it. They might be able to get into something, but a large majority might not be able to because they've just lost all hope and they don't want to be in a 9 to 5 job because it might kill them. I'm not kill them, but, like, I don't know, make them really ill mentally. Being there, done that. So it's just, and I've seen it happen to other people. So it's like, it's a very human thing to not being able to do your passions. You end up not feeling very well and being very depressive when you're not be able to do the things you feel like you've put so much time in, so much investment and stuff like that, and not being able to do that kind of stuff really, really hurts your mental and physical state. There's no question about it. When you take the passion from people, it's like you just become very, very sad and you lose all hope. And you keep going because you can't stop. But at the same time, it stresses you out and it probably leads to an early grave, unfortunately, because stress is a major, major factor in human death. I think it's a major thing. So it's like, yeah, I can see that it's really not a good situation. And yeah, there's like AI artists and stuff. They can do all that, and oh, this is great for us. We can make amazing things from our prompts and stuff. Well, eventually, you won't need a prompter. They'll just produce it on their own. And then your tune will change. You will be like, "Oh, oh no, oh no," you know, and then you just it becomes a thing you just buy because there's no AI will just be producing it all the time. And it's like, "No, there needs to be an incentive and stuff like that." And where does all the money go? It goes to the company that keeps producing the AI that the AI works for. That doesn't need a prompter. That is its own prompter. So it's just like, and then and then if it combines it with the marketing, sort of thing and looking for like, oh, we see that the search for cat photos for like, oh, beautiful seaside village paintings and stuff like that, and it can see that, it will be like, hey, let's do this for our company automatically, and then it's like, you know, and then we're kind of in trouble now. Talking quite far out and stuff like that, but still, it's like I never thought my industry of graphic design and marketing could be replaced by AI. I thought AI was meant to be more of like mathematical intelligence, trying to, assist in human diseases and, being able to comprehend certain things that we can't faster and figure out things. I mean, AI, I think, would be great for the medical industry to be like, "Hey, we can do this, and this will make this person better by analyzing their blood work and stuff like that," and then have a doctor to be like, "Oh yeah, yeah, that would work great." It's like having another second opinion kind of thing. Um, or maybe you want more of humans still doing that, but humans are still and fallible and can miss things. Whereas maybe just having an extra eye, even if it's robotic, looking over things is better than nothing. I mean, ideally, I'd want multiple people looking over things instead of just one doctor making one decision. Because I feel like teamwork makes the dream work, you know? And you see always on the shows, there's about 50 doctors doing anything at one time. But when you actually go to your GP and a doctor, there's only one doctor. Or you have a medical nurse that goes to the doctor, says that, and then they come back, you know? So it's still one person. So yeah, like having that assistant and that, and it could be like in the robotics stuff, making prosthetic limbs and all that stuff, or making ways to make sure have a robotic pancreas and different organs and stuff. I'm helping people, professionals in that kind of sense, making them see things from other way and giving them like giving the people like, oh yeah, I could do that. I never thought about that kind of thing. And that's when people ideally you want humans doing this because humans can make great people think even better as well as be great themselves. So it's just like, yeah, I'd rather not have this AI at all. I know it'll make our, lives easier in some ways, but having it how it right now, like it can create images, it takes jobs from people and stuff like that. And it'll even take the jobs of the people who are like assisting the AI with prompts and stuff. It will take that too. So it's a really scary time. And I think some people are just turning a blind eye to it because it still assists them in a way, meaning like, oh, I can make money from AI art and stuff like that, as well as AI content writing and stuff. It just, I can write 50 posts a day, send them to each client, and they just put it in and use all the tags and stuff that this AI's collected for me. And it's like, yeah, but until the only reason you can do that is because the smokes that are paying you haven't realized that there's a tool there like that. So it's just, it's a matter of time before everyone discovers it. And then people lose countless of jobs and money and stuff like that. And then I honestly think there's probably going to be like a universal income or something to just buy food and survive, and maybe not even to have a holiday, maybe just to afford a one uh one Disney Plus subscription or Netflix subscription. It's like it's gonna be bad if there isn't enough legislation around this and laws about AI and taking jobs and stuff like that. um so it really needs to be seen to. It's really, really worrying. And seeing how this person, and it's not just this person either, it's not just Nate Straight, it's other people I've seen it happen to, and it's really worrying. And this, he's just one of the many people that have been replaced, and sometimes they don't even get the reason that they're being replaced with AI. you know so, so it's like I know a few companies that used to outsource their article writing for like websites and stuff, and they replaced it with AI. So those people who were like, "Oh, we've lost a client. Oh well, it was nice for a time." They've been replaced by AI and they don't know it. So yeah, it's very not dangerous, but it's very like worrying. It's scary, and even when it comes to like games and stuff, the AI part is getting so crazy that people are going like, "Yeah, I used to put all the animations in place and smooth them over and stuff, and now the AI just does that and figures it out himself." So it's like, oh, even that department's going now, um, within the animator sector. So it's, as well as concept art, people can just make concept art, get it as close as they want, give them a little bit more visual, and be like, yeah, I'll make this within the 3D render. Then even then, you can take a picture like that and make it into a 3D object within like a 3D generator, whatever you call it. I can't remember the names, like Mixer or something. I don't know. But either way, it's like it's immensely, immensely scary because people are going to lose their jobs by the thousands and lose all their money and their assets. And if they've got bills to pay and they can't pay the bills because AI's taking it, it's a very dangerous time. And it's taken a long time for the government, for the people in power to properly have a look at this. And it's absolutely terrifying. As well as the indication that AI can replicate voices now. It can replicate my voice. And, so it's like you could get a video out next week of me countering this point. And it'd be an AI generated video. So it's really, really scary and it's really worrying. So oh, what a time to be alive with. It's a bit like Wild West with AI, isn't it? You don't know what's coming and going, you know. So yeah, that's been my quick little rant. I'm kind of disappointed with other people's takes that I hold in like high regard. that they gone like, oh no, it's the person's fault for being so not valuable enough. It's like, yeah, you become a valuable as soon as someone, if you take all that work that, he's done and you feed it as an AI, and then the AI can make something really cool and replicate it for like 20 quid a month, then of course you're going to put the human out. So it's just like, oh, but he didn't make him valuable. It's like, he was working for like, a place where he did graphic designs and stuff. So of course it's going to be taken from him. They can do whatever they want. If they find out there's an AI template that can reproduce stuff that he makes at 20 quid a month rather than £1,000, it's probably like 1,800 or £2,000, or whatever. So it's still like, that's pretty low for a graphic design. Um, of 6 years anyway with a company. And we're in a like they say that we're not in a recession, but we bloody are. Everything's expensive. Uh, it's crazy. It's utterly crazy times. So it's like, yeah, of course they're going to businesses are going to be cutting corners to make more money and to keep money by just using an AI instead of a human being. And yeah, it'll probably wear off within a few months, but still, you can just feed it more stuff and it'll still produce different things. So basically, it's really not a good thing, I feel like, when it comes to the creative sector, because human beings are such creative, beautiful beings. And I think we should have that. No, don't give it to AI. I feel like AI need to be banned from doing that and giving them proper problems like what I've suggested already. Things to like extend human life, things that new diagnosis tools and to find out what's wrong with people, quicker ways to get people through the NHS and stuff like that. Like, using an AI that's medically trained that has access to so much data that a human can't recall at that time and make a proper choice. And of course, you'd always have a doctor rectifying the prognosis of the AI. It's just it can be used in different ways and to be better, stuff like that. But people and that's when other people have issues with that. But honestly, the state of the NHS that it takes weeks to get a diagnosis of anything, and people are freaking dying because of it. I've lost people because of it. And it's just like it's not on anymore. There needs to be changes. AI needs to be specialized in certain places. And art and design and marketing is not the place for it at all. I don't want it there. And I don't think other people want it there. Human beings enjoy being creative. And other human beings enjoy being logical, but it still doesn't take away from them because they still have to be, yes, that's right, AI. No, that's wrong, AI. Think about this. There's still that kind of thing. And of course, you'll train the AI and the AI will get better where you don't need a human. But still, I think as a law, any AI's work needs to be rectified by a qualified human being. End of. Anyway, that's my rant because it's, I just have so much thoughts about it. And it's, and I think people not thinking like that is really dangerous, you know. So yeah, anyway, that's all from me. Let me know what you think in the comments if I'm just doom and gloom about AI. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it is great seeing the stuff that, within the respective places of AI and like, medical things and stuff like that, I think is great. The AI figuring out how to save people's lives, whereas a human would have failed, or, getting prognosis, getting people out the door with the correct medication quicker, with the okay of a human. It's still, you know, I think it would be great in that kind of field. And I think that's where it can be applied effectively. Because right now, with the NHS, it's not working right now. So it needs, and they can't get the additional staff because of the pay, and it's a cruel cycle. So it's like people don't want to be that, you know. So yeah, that's my 50 cents on it, and I will see you in the next video. Please take care of yourselves, and you know, and remember to enjoy life, not think about all the problems. All right, take care. Bye bye.